The show kicked off with WWE Champion Cody Rhodes addressing the crowd about his victory at Wrestlepalooza. He talked about proving once again that the Rhodes legacy runs strong and that he's ready for the next challenge. Before he could go further, Seth Rollins interrupted. Rollins, holding his World Heavyweight Championship, mocked Cody for always needing to finish the story and claimed that the real story of WWE is the vision. The two exchanged heated words, setting the stage for their champion versus champion match at Crown Jewel. Rollins promised that when they meet, it won't just be about titles. It will be about who truly represents the future of WWE. Match 1, no disqualification 6-man tag team match. Penta and the War Raiders vs. The New Day and Grayson Waller. The first bout of the night was complete chaos. With no disqualifications, weapons were scattered around the ring. Kendo sticks, chairs, and tables all came into play. Grayson Waller tried to avoid the fight early, letting Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods take the brunt of the damage. The War Raiders dominated with their raw power, while Penta brought lucha-style aggression. A wild brawl spilled into the crowd, and the finish came when Penta hit his fear factor through a table on Waller, giving his team the victory. Winners, Penta and the War Raiders. Stephanie Vaquer promo. The new Women's World Champion, Stephanie Vaquer, came out to address the WWE Universe. She said winning the title at Wrestlepalooza was the biggest night of her life and dedicated the victory to her late father. She promised to defend the championship with pride and announced that her first challenger will be decided this Friday on SmackDown in a triple threat match between Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, and Nia Jax. Vaquer closed by saying she will face anyone, anytime, anywhere. Match 2, Bayley, with Lyra Valkyria, versus Roxanne Perez, with Raquel Rodriguez. This match was tense and personal. Roxanne Perez came in aggressive, trying to prove herself against the veteran. Raquel Rodriguez kept Perez fired up on the outside, while Lyra Valkyria gave Bayley quiet encouragement. Bayley began showing signs of instability, talking to herself, pacing, and snapping mid-match. Roxanne nearly had it won with a code red, but Bayley countered, slamming Perez into the turnbuckle before hitting the Rose plant for the pinfall victory. Winner, Bayley. Backstage, Jey Uso interview. Jey Uso was interviewed about his upcoming match with LA Knight. He talked about standing on his own, proving he's not just main event Jey but the heart of Raw. He also hinted at unresolved issues with his brother Jimmy, promising that family drama is far from over. Match 3, Rusev vs. JD McDonough, with Dominic Mysterio. Rusev returned to Raw with a vengeance. JD McDonough tried to use his alliance with Dominic Mysterio to his advantage, but Rusev's power was overwhelming. After absorbing JD's high-flying attacks, Rusev locked in the accolade. Dominic tried to interfere, but Rusev knocked him off the apron before making JD tap out. Winner, Rusev. Match 4, Jey Uso vs. LA Knight. This was a physical match between two popular stars. LA Knight worked the crowd with his usual confidence, but Jey Uso matched him move for move. A big turning point came when Knight attempted the BFT, but Jey countered with a super kick and then hit the Uso splash for the win. After the match, Jey celebrated, but the lights dimmed and the Vision logo flashed on the screen, teasing more trouble ahead for Jey. Winner, Jey Uso. Backstage, the women's division chaos. Backstage, tension escalated among the women's roster. Asuka confronted Rhea Ripley about her actions at Wrestlepalooza, while IYO-SKY tried to mediate. The Kabuki Warriors later ambushed IYO, showing that alliances in the division are quickly crumbling. Match 5, Rhea Ripley vs. Asuka. Two former champions clashed in a hard-hitting contest. Ripley dominated early with her strength, while Asuka countered with precision strikes and submissions. The match went back and forth until Ripley nailed the Riptide to secure the victory. Afterward, Kairi Sane joined Asuka in attacking IYO-SKY when she ran out to help, creating a shocking betrayal scene that left IYO laid out in the ring. Winner, Rhea Ripley. Main event segment, Cody and Rollins face off again. The show closed with Cody Rhodes returning to the ring, saying he's ready for anyone at Crown Jewel and reminding Rollins that their history runs deep. Rollins interrupted again, this time accompanied by his Vision stablemates. Before a fight could break out, officials separated the two champions. The crowd chanted "Let them fight" as Raw went off the air, leaving the tension unresolved but hotter than ever. Quick results recap. Penta and the War Raiders def. The New Day and Grayson Waller, no DQ 6-man tag. Bayley def. Roxanne Perez. Rusev def. JD McDonough. Jey Uso def. LA Knight. Rhea Ripley def. Asuka. This Raw was all about fallout from Wrestlepalooza and setting the stage for Crown Jewel. Cody and Rollins' feud heated up. Stephanie Vaquer began her reign. Bayley's darker side grew stronger. And the women's division saw new fractures with the Kabuki Warriors turning on IYOSKY.